As a woman, I would rather be approached by a man who maybe lacks that confidence, because that shows me that you're not well versed in picking up women. You are actually taking your shot because you think that I might be worth something. That's wild.
So wouldn't you say the guy who's just not a serial dater master at just shooting his shot on everybody would be worth a shot?
Right.
And this is why it's backwards. We're looking at superficial things. Money, power, fame, height. Like, we're going into things that, like, these are just superficial things. We're going off of what? That 666 rule. 6 foot, 6 pack, 6 figures. Like, you get into these things that are like, these are all superficial.
There's really a 666.
There really is.
Yeah.
Listen, there really is. Yeah. There's a thing. And it's hurting young girls because they're falling for it.
So if you guys are in the chat right now, I want you to do one or two. So one, if you would rather have the gentleman approach, the less confident guy, or if you would rather have the player baller mentality approach you in terms of the way a man should talk to you initially. Because I have always been the gentleman. I've never come at a girl the way that I've never done that once in my life.
In my humble opinion, that this type of woman, right, at least this type of ideology is rare. It is absolutely rare in a woman. In my opinion, this type of ideology is, I think, one in maybe 1,000, maybe a couple thousand, because most women love the confidence, love the charmer, love the playboys, right? Love the players, love the men that would command that attention from women, right? That can, have a woman turn her head, right, on him, right? Like the tall men, the good-looking men, the men that are socially calibrated. Women, since they're social creatures, it is rare for them to look for the awkwardness of men, right? The awkward men, the men that don't know what to say to a woman, the men that are shy, the men that are quiet, the men are just the socially awkward men. Sadly, because it's funny, because women outpopulate men, and yet this bracket of this type of women, men will populate this type of women. So, generally men just suffer. I mean, because women love the men that are confident, and remember, that confidence comes from somewhere, right? From experience. Confidence is not necessarily you're born with. So, men, to gain confidence, right? To gain, to be socially calibrated, well, he had to, talk to a lot of women. He had to interact with a lot of women. And essentially he has to be with a lot of women. And that's why I stick by what I said, that women love players. Women love men with high body counts without saying it, right? Like, that's what I'm saying, right? They don't, the saying that, oh, I love a man with, like, who's been with a lot of women sounds bad. But the deeper meaning is that I love a man that has confidence, that he was able to pull in a lot of women because a lot of women wanted him. So, yeah, women like this is rare. I mean, any man that can find this type of woman, you are lucky. You are mad lucky for her to look past the awkwardness, the kind of the exterior, where she looked deeper what kind of person you are.
You're able to go out and do whatever you need to do to find peace, whatever. Yeah. But what you don't understand is there's about 10 lined up, like, I wish I had a shot. There's 10 in her DMs that's like, boy, you lucky. And as soon as your man trip up, let me know. I can provide you with peace. So with that being said, maybe... And I don't think they are.
That's what you want to say.
They don't want to. And that's what men want to say. The thing about it is we have this narrative of like, nah, men just want to f you. Nobody wants to be with you because that's your wife. Plenty of men want to be with your wife. Yes, they do. And you know what? They will. And you know what's crazy? When that happens, right? When you finally leave the man, when you finally leave, or something goes down, and you get with somebody.
Here, let me give a wake-up call to the women, okay? And I say this in my videos where I react to Kendra G's live singles on my YouTube, so please check it out. But women, skinny, fat, tall, short, poor, broke, whatever, will always have a line of men wanting to be with them, sexually at least. And of course, some men that want to commit to them. Okay, but let me tell you the problem that women create themselves. They don't want to be with them, right? The women don't want to be with these men because it's like throughout any woman's age, right? Old, like she could be young, she could be old. There will always be men that will want to have sex with you, want to be in a relationship with you, and want to marry you. But you wonder why, right? From women in their teens to later age, 60, 70, 80, whatever, are still in the dating market. Why are women still in the dating market when there are so many men that want to be with them? Why? Because they don't want to be with these men. The men that they want, right? They will either age out of it, or they're just unattractive physically or internally. That's the thing. That's the thing that women never, ever, right, talk about. Women think that, okay, there are men out there that want me. So I'm desired, so I'm wanted, so I'm special, so I'm a 10, so I'm perfect, so I'm amazing, so this and that. But the reality that women create is that the men that they want don't want them anymore, or don't even want them at all. That's the delusion that women want to live in. Just because there are some men that want you, you believe all men should and do want you. But again, I've seen these videos, I've seen these women talk, even in real life. The single women in the dating market still can't find a man when so many men want them. You got to do some critical thinking about that. It's because the men that they want don't want them. The men that are good men, right, don't want them. Even the men that they don't want, right? Some men that they don't want, but there are good men, they don't want them anyway. They don't want these women because these women have their reasonings why these women are just hard to deal with. They're just not desirable. So this way of thinking is dangerous, to think that, oh, there's always men in my DMs. Cool, right? No man that ever said that women don't have options. They just don't have options that they want.
What's the worst thing a man can do on a first date?
Think he's gonna get some.
Expect sex?
Yes, that's the worst thing.
But you don't think that a good, true, fruitful relationship can still grow from that?
You're a man. Once you get the goods, the chase is over. You're not chasing anything anymore. So what is it that you will want with that woman that you already tasted the ultimate prize? Like, she already gave it up. It's like, I don't think you guys are made to build a relationship after the woman is so easily with you.
But couldn't the same thing be said about a woman giving it up to a man on date 3 or 5?
Women are made to love. Men are not.
What are men made to do?
See, your instincts are not to love. It's to satisfy yourself, right? But you need to work at falling in love as a man. Women, we don't have to work for that. We can fall in love very easy.
But don't you think that the more sex a man has with a woman, that leads to building a more intimate connection?
No, but a relationship has nothing to do with sex. Sex is part of it, of course, but you don't build a relationship out of
Problem
sex.
with a lot of women's thinking, right? She's pretty much just saying, if once a man has sex, there's nothing else he wants. The relationship, anything is over. Here's women where this is where they mess up in thinking that pretty much all they have to give to a man to make him want to stay is sex. They have no other value to men. They give no other value to men. Because what is it nowadays? Women don't want to physically, mentally. They don't want to show you a person. They don't want to do things to make a man see their importance, right? Like they are valuable. Like I don't know. Let's hypothetically, if he has a hobby, you play you participate in that hobby with him, right? To make him seem like, oh wow, she's more than just a body to have sex with. Women don't see, because that's what I said, right? I honestly believe women having sex with a man is such a low effort. I mean, when it comes to sex, I mean, most people don't go like porn star crazy. Usually, like it's doggy, it's missionary, boom. So really, it's like such low amount of effort from women. You know, they're just laying there, or they're just laying there. So they see, okay, at least that's, you know, the amount of effort I'm gonna give. But this is why I said women are lazy when it comes to dating. They don't even make the effort to show a man that, oh, there's more to me than just sex. Especially after the sex. Because I'm there's something that I heard before from another man saying that the key thing is, what can you give a man after sex? Okay? That can make him stay. Because if your build up, right, to the dating process is just sex, once a man even goes through all the dating process with you, right, and then have sex with you, he will leave you anyway. Okay? So it don't matter that he went on 20 dates with you. Okay? If the best thing about you, right, the climax, right, is the sex, then after the sex, he would not see any more value in it. So this is the thing where I personally don't, I mean, I don't do it, but I don't make it, it's not an issue if you have sex on the first night. It's the problem is that you don't bring any more value than your body. And, you know, it just proves to me that how lazy and how low effort women are when it comes to dating. I'm not saying about marriage and stuff. I know that there are a lot of women that they put a little bit more effort, or they put more effort when it comes to that, but I think you pretty much already set the tone for the relationship with how much effort you give. Okay, you increasing it a little bit more during now boyfriend girlfriend stage or marriage stage, it already showed man that, okay, she's barely putting in much effort anyway. The increase from 0% to 25% is negligible.
One thing I can't stand is when a man makes promises to you unprovoked and never delivers. Y'all know when they say they're gonna get you something or take you somewhere without you even having to ask, and then they just never do it? That shit'll just have me looking at them like, swear to God. Like, why do y'all do that? What was the reason?
This is the thing, right? This is why women are so easy when it comes to the players and the bad boys. Because I live by the quote, when you lie, women buy. You choose men that don't live by morality, right? The men that play women, men that cheat on women, you choose those men. You choose men that, you know what, when you start talking to them, they didn't show you their morals, right? I honestly believe you should really find a man on his personality. Like, are you a man of your word? Why do women don't even ask that, right? When they're dating someone, they don't care, because they just love the flowery messages, right? The charm of men, of the players and bad boys, the Chads and Tyrones, the charm. When you charm a woman's ear, right? The words you say. That's why women, they fall with their ears, right? They fall in love with their ears. And this is the thing where women are suffering from that because of their own actions. They show men that, you know what, if you lie to me, I'm going to be with you. I'm going to have sex with you. I'm going to give you my body. I could even give you children if you lie to me, right? Because how women go about dating is that they don't ask, or they don't really get to know men well. They don't. What they do is they just listen to the lies men say, and they eat it up. Like I said, women don't look at men for what type of person you are. Like, what's your morals? Are you a man of your word? Do you keep your promises? Do you see? Is does he interact with his friends like that? Where I'm a man who I keep my promises to my friends, my family, whatever. They don't, the morality, right? They don't think that, okay, maybe that's what is important. The deeperness of a man, right? The inner workings of a man. No, let me listen to his lies. Let me see how tall he is, how good looking he is, what's his D game. And then once they're in it, oh, that's when his personality, his morality, his character matters. This is what I hate, okay? When women choose men on superficial shit and then complain about men on deeper shit.